You know what I'm thinking? If God exists, well, maybe he's being like a superhero. You know how the superhero wants to hide their identity? But then again, why would God want to hide his identity? I have funny thing. I had no gas. I went to the gas station. I asked this guy for money. He wouldn't give me. But all of a sudden, even though he said no, he gave me the money. It's like somebody controlled his brain to give the money. Was that God? Oh my God, was that God? It's not a good enough answer. I need more proof of you, God. That's not answer. Show your physical self. Then we have the proof. But letting little things happen like that, or bones heal, um, you know, I mean, now they have surgery for the blind. It's not enough proof. You're extraordinary. I need extraordinary proof, whether a manifestation, physical form. And I think everybody would want that. And then obviously, everybody experienced that, there would be no atheists. You know? Um, um, and just because like people can walk, like people in the church, and they do that thing like praise Jesus. They put the hand on you and they pull you back and they're like, I can walk now. I can walk. It's a miracle. Actually, that's all set up. Believe it or not, they have like some in the controller that it's actually that's actually like set up. Believe it or not. But even though if people get out of the wheelchair and walk, they can do that because they have exercises and medicine that the people strengthen themselves to learn how to walk, and that's possible. And it's possible the bone can heal. I mean, it's possible that some people beat cancer, and then obviously, if it was God, then God could take everybody's cancer away. But the people who are lucky to survive the cancer, it's not a miracle. It's just you're lucky. Just like natural selection, and after the natural selection, the mutations are random. That's what's random. It's like that with the disease. Um, and I just thought about something. Say like if there was higher life forms, I think, or in other life forms, like in other planets, or if they had anything to do with the creation of DNA, I think that's like primitive future, because I mean, it's if you think about the way the body works is amazing, but I mean, like think about it, like 20 years from now, the technology we have, I mean, who knows? I mean, that alien or whatever you want to call it, it's like primitive. It's like primitive. It's amazing. If they had anything to do with the creation of the body in all senses, but that's like primitive. Because if you look under like the microscope, it's amazing, but it's not like mind blowing like in movie stuff. You don't see like crazy colors and crazy mutations. It's amazing for what it was. For what I think, what I see it as is primitive, or what do you call it? If there's other civilizations like future primitive stuff, and then 20, 30 years from now, if we have like whether we can look inside the brain without drilling, or I don't know. I can't even think. I guess maybe we can have like exoskeleton bodies. It's like um. So obviously, even if there was like an alien race out there that existed like way like billions of years, they would be like primitive. I mean, I guess what would be? I'm thinking because I mean, I don't think if we found like aliens, we'll find like a super weapon. We'll just find like some primitive, probably UFO craft, and I don't know. So maybe just elements like that are not known. It'll still be amazing nonetheless. Um, but then again, even if there's still no proof of aliens, but I guess aliens would evolve in that sense. And it would be so hard to find because there's like so many planets. But I don't know. Maybe one day we'll have like maybe said I will have more advanced technology that can track UFOs and aliens and stuff. And I don't know. It's kind of funny. There's this movie called The Fourth Kind, I think, or something like this, or Fourth Sense, and basically it's based on a real encounter. Like, you know, have the based on encounters, factual evidence, like of ghost. Well, this had a factual encounter of a alien abduction. Like, this family was abducted by aliens, and the aliens spoke Sumerian, which is kind of funny because Sumerian is like the first language because it was based on the first creation story. So they spoke Sumerian, um, and and now obviously I can't disprove it didn't happen. It's pretty amazing though. But the question is about these alien abductions or these ghosts. Um, well, well, the ghost is like if people are like if somebody died in a home or there's ancient burial ground. That's where people experience a ghost or something or some crazy activity. But the alien abductions, like, how do these people get abducted? I mean, they must be have to be at the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? Um, it's really strange, and it's believe it or not, it's mostly in the West Coast and in England and Spanish countries. Um, it's kind of funny. I guess those aliens hide in the deserts or something. um, um, Now, of course, aliens it would be more believable than a god because I mean, what would God look like? We can have an idea what would an alien look like, but I think even that's a pretty big claim. I mean, still really no really hard concrete proof of aliens, UFOs. And then again, you know, people live their whole life and never experience alien UFOs, just like people never experience ghosts. So, I think, I mean, I can't deny all the cases, but I think a lot of the cases on these aliens or ghosts is fabricated because people want attention, people want money, people want publicity, um, and there's still never enough, evidence, for even for that, let alone God. But um, so I'm thinking we might, in a sense, if we do find aliens, unless our technology would be more advanced than theirs, like 20 years from now. Because if the aliens are, but but that's a question. Do these aliens age? I mean, it's like I don't know. It's crazy. I guess we'll find out more in the future if they finally exist. Um, but who knows?